guys, welcome back to Home Theater Gurus. So today we've got another amp from Amir at Summit Hi-Fi. Now there has been a tremendous amount of interest in this amp because it's an 11-channel amp, which is not that common. This is the ToneWinner AD8300 11-channel, 3x300 and 8x155 at 8 ohms. So your LCR are going to have more power. They have three 300-watt amps versus, the rest of them are only going to have 155 watts. But that's going to be a good fit for most systems out there. But an 8-channel amp can push a 7.1.4, where you have 7 on the bed layer, 4 Atmos channels. So that's what's piqued so much interest in this amp, is that it can run the entire system. Another thing that has people talking is the price. $1,775 for an 11-channel amp. That's to your door. Right now they have a special going on. There's no tax, no shipping price. It's $1,775 total. Now that is through Amir at Summit Hi-Fi. If you guys have any questions about anything that they sell, you can reach out to Amir through the contact information at Summit Hi-Fi. Just go to their contact page and that's him. So let's go ahead and we're gonna take it out of the box. We're gonna open the hood and look inside it, and we'll talk about some of the other specs. There's fans and some things we're gonna go over. All right, rather than reach in there and pull it out, I'm gonna lay it on its side, kind of wiggle it out, save the back. Definitely a pretty heavy amp, it's not light. Comes in at 45.2 pounds, so it's got some weight to it. This is a nice looking amp. The faceplate on here looks very similar to the 5100 in construction. I mean, it's an aluminum face, kind of has a concave indentation in, so it's a smooth looking finish, a real nice, clean looking face on it. Lots of ventilation holes. Now, of course, it's not as nice as the 7300s that have the all aluminum. I mean, those things look like a work of art, but this is still very, very nice. Okay, on the back here, we've got upgraded terminal connections for our speaker outputs. You'll notice we also have XLR, our balanced connections for all of our inputs, and we also have the standard unbalanced RCA connection, so you can use either one. You'll also notice the center and the far connections, that's your LCR. They have like a hashed gold section around them just to kind of make them stand out. Those are your high power amp sections. And everything is labeled, so we have a right top rear, right top front, right surround, right back surround, of course our LCR, and then the same thing for the left. And that's on inputs and outputs, so it's going to keep you from getting confused, keeps everything nice and labeled for you, as long as you label your cables, of course. And you've got a trigger in and out in the top right corner. All right guys, so let's go ahead and open this thing up and look under the hood. Very well built. Even these little straps that come across right here, they're very thick metal. There's a shield right here above the fans. I assume that's to help angle the air. The fans are actually tilted a little bit towards the heat sinks. I guess they're kind of tilted towards the middle of them, so it helps get rid of that heat better, get more air moving across the heat sink. Now I do want to note that with the fans, I will be listening for that when I try this amp out. And I plan on trying it out for a month or so before I actually do a review and really work it out pretty hard and see what it can do. So as this thing builds up heat, the fans there should be auto sensing to where they're going to speed up. I didn't want to give you guys bad information, so I wanted to confirm this. It does say in the specs, the fan speed is determined by the temperature of the unit. At lower temperature, the fan will be off. When the temperature increases, the fan will auto detect and increase the speed to control the temperature of the unit. So they are auto sensing, so I'll be listening for it when I really push the system. Now there's a lot of holes on top of this. And of course you've got your fans right here, probably, I assume they're pushing, not pulling. So they're gonna be pushing air into here, and then the heat is gonna come out the top. You don't wanna put anything right on top of it like another amp or something directly on it. This air needs to be able to escape. So we're gonna leave a few inches of room above it to make sure it can breathe and get rid of that heat. Some people do put, you know, on top of their amps and their processors and receivers, they'll put, you know, the little units with the built-in fans and the temperature control. You don't need to, because all of those receivers, processors, amps, they are made to get rid of the heat themselves. So unless you have it in a situation like a cabinet where the heat can't get out, that would be the only time you would really need to intervene. So this is not going to be something where you need to set another unit on top to get the air or the heat out. You've got two fans right here pushing, already self-ventilating. And when I say two fans, you've got two fans per side. So we have a total of 4 fans pushing air into this unit. So I'm really looking forward to trying this amp out. I've got a 9.1.4. Now I'm gonna step down to a 7.1.4 during the review so I can let this amp, you know, run the entire room. So I will lose my Ys for a little while, but that's gonna be fine. So I actually forgot something. This is an unboxing, so we need to open all the boxes. I forgot this one right here, so let's go ahead and check it out. All right, this one right here, we have our 120 volt cord, power cord. It's pretty much the same one I've seen with the other ToneWinner products. It's a pretty heavy duty cord. It's definitely not like some just cheesy low gauge cord. We've got a trigger cable. Oh, and this cord should be 6 feet long. Heck, let's go ahead and check it out. I know the 5100 amp I just did not too long ago was 6 feet. Yep, 6 foot cord. Got some little screws right here. I didn't know what those were for until I pulled this out. I think I know what this is. And I did not know this was going to be in here. Yeah. Rack ears. That's pretty dang cool. My 7300 doesn't have that. So you take these screws out on the side right there, mount those like so, and you can mount this in the rack. I like that. That is really cool. I'm actually going to use those. I usually just stick them on shelf. You know, I've got a rack with a bunch of shelves. I'll just stick it on the shelf, but I'm going to use these rack ears. Can't believe I almost missed that and didn't even open the box. All right, let's go ahead and plug it in and check out the front display lights. All right, I have to go over here so I can see too. So the light is red when it's off. Now, of course, there's a trigger on there, so you're not going to have to touch this power button when you're actually using it in your system. There we go. It's going to turn blue. All right, guys, if you want to see how this amp does and you want to see the other stuff that we're putting out, we've got stuff coming up on tactile transducers and the Krausen tactile transducers specifically that actually lift the seat up and down instead of just vibrating the seat. It's supposed to be some of the most natural tactile transducers that you can get, if not the most natural feeling transducer out there. So we've got that and a lot of other stuff coming out in the near future. So if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when new videos come out. Give this video a thumbs up. YouTube likes it when you give a thumbs up. And if you guys have any questions on home theater, drop them down in the comments below. I do check those, and if it's a good question that I think a lot of people have or would like the answer to, it may make one of the upcoming Q&A videos. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I'll see y'all for the next one.